YouTube, and in this tutorial I will be showing you how to make a simple web browser. So first you're going to want to open up Visual Studio. I'm using 2013. It is the newest stable version at this point. They're making a Visual Studio 2015 right now, but I'm not sure if it is stable, so I'm not going to be using it. But if you are using 2015 or any older version of Visual Studio, it will still work. So you're going to name it whatever you want. I'm going to name it Tutorial Browser. I'm going to make sure it's a Windows Form application, and click OK. And it should create your project. It may take a minute or two. So now you're going to make it a bit bigger. I'm going to make it just like that. And then you want to okay, there we go. You can upload an icon, but what I'm going to do is you can upload an icon and stuff. You can change the fonts and the colors and stuff. But what I'm going to do is change the text to browser. Such a catchy name, right? And then we're going to scroll down to, we'll keep the name Form1. Make sure you keep the name Form1. That is very important. Otherwise, the code will not be correct. Auto size true. Windows default location is fine. I'm going to change it to center screen though. Windows state maximized. And you can add an icon. As I said, it must be an ICO file, but you can add an icon. Now we're going to add a menu strip. And in the menu strip, we will type file. I'm going to say, and then I'm going to type actions, and then I'm going to type exit, and then exit can be, we can change the shortcut key, which I believe is at the bottom, to Control W, and then we'll double click on this and we will type end. So now if we run it and we click exit or press Control W, it will end the program. Now we need a, let me just check my other one. Alright. Form1. You need a text box. So, text box. I'm going to put it right here. Stretch it out a bit. And you're going to need 3 buttons, or 4 buttons actually. Sorry. Buttons. And then 1 will go over here, and these 3 will stay over here. This one we can change the text to refresh. I'm going to leave it right here. I will have to move this over actually. And I'm going to line all my buttons up nicely. Oops, I do not need that right now. I'll need that soon though. I accidentally added some code. button 1 text, we will change to a back arrow, and we can make it a bit smaller, and then we can make a forward arrow. You can also add icons to these, but again, I will not be doing so. I'm making a simple browser in this tutorial. If you want a more advanced browser, please let me know. I may make this into a series where I make an advanced browser, I'm not sure. But at the moment, this is just a simple browser tutorial. And then this button will say go. Now we will need a web browser. This will go right here, and we will say, I will put it here, then we can scroll down a bit and go all the way to the bottom, and right there. Now we can click into here, and we can type, or change the above dock, it says anchor. Anchor it to all of the sides. So it should be anchored to top, bottom, left, and right. And now when we start it, we have what looks to be a web browser but does not work except for the exit button. Now, what we need to do is add some code. So now we're going to double click on the first button, the back arrow, and type in it, it should say button1.click, and then some sender as object e as event args in parentheses, handles button1.click. You don't really need to worry about that. Sometimes it changes based on the version of Visual Studio, but if you double click on the button, it will put the right code there. So, and then you just need to type web browser 1 dot go back. And then 2 parentheses. And then double click on this. I think you can guess what this is going to say. Web browser 1 dot go forward. And then 2 parentheses. And then web browser 1 dot refresh. Sorry about that. Web browser 1 dot navigate text box 1 dot text. So it should navigate to text box 1's text, as it says in parentheses here. You should have pretty much the same thing for each of the code in the private sub, but in whatever number. It should all be the same code pretty much with slight variations. But yeah, now if we start it and type www.google.com and press go, it loads up google.com. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I may make this a series based on the feedback. And yeah, so that is the tutorial. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed.